Here's a Chrome tip about making a quick and easy search. So if you're on a blog page or any page really, and you see some text and you don't understand and you want to search a little bit more for it, instead of retyping it all in, opening up Google Search, I can select it, drag it up to my tabs up here at the top, and you see there's a little arrow. When I let go, it opens up Google Search and will do a search for those keywords. Makes it nice and easy to make a search. Oop, let me close these tabs. Now let's say that's another problem that I just had. I've just closed some tabs and I want to reopen them if I click too quickly. If you hold down the Shift, Command, and T keys on the keyboard, you will open up the tabs that you have just closed in the reverse order. So I closed Angry Birds, you caught me playing a game. I also closed this tab. So that's Shift, Command, T to open up other tabs, or if you're on a page and you want to search for a particular topic, like I want to find out more about Felix Baumgartner. If I take that, drag it to the top, let go, it will do a Google search for that information. There you go. User accounts in Chrome allows you to have more than one account logged into Chrome and keep their information separate. You notice up here in the upper right hand corner I've got a little alien head, so I've got logged in as my home account, I have my SAS account, and then I just have a blank account called Sparky. So when a student or when a teacher wants to use my computer and I don't want them to mess up what I'm doing, I switch over to Sparky and they don't have to have any of my information up. In order to set this up, if you go to Chrome Preferences and scroll down a little bit, you've got this area for users. I'm going to add a new user, select an icon that I want, and this one is for Jenny Doe. When I create, it'll open up a new account with her little picture, you notice in the upper right hand corner, and now when I sign in with my SAS user account, it will allow me to set up all kinds of settings and customize it, and then all these bookmarks. You'll notice all these things start popping up because I've actually created Jenny on another computer, and these are the different little Chrome extensions that she's got set up. What's a very cool feature of this, if you do have more than one device and you're signed in with Jenny, these are all the tabs on this other computer that Jenny has open. So if I click on this, I do open all, suddenly I have all these tabs that are restored off of another little laptop that I'm working on, and it allows me to keep those things separate while using different computers. It's a pretty cool feature of Chrome. You should take a look at that. Chrome can be personalized and made more powerful by using extensions. Those are these little icons that I have up here. In order to add a new extension, you open up a new tab and you get the Chrome Web Store. You might see your history. Just click on the right arrow and you should see Chrome Web Store in the top bit. I know that I want to find a URL shortener, so I just type it in and I search, and it first comes up with apps. I know it's an extension, so I click on this and I find this one called Google URL Shortener. That's the one that I want. I add to Chrome, it asks me a few questions, and then it's going to put a new little icon up here that I can use when I'm on a web page. So for example, if I'm on this big blog post that's got this really ugly long URL, I don't want to copy and paste that or share that. If I'm on this page now and I click the little Google URL Shortener, it actually gives me a short URL that I can copy and paste, and I can even create a QR code if I wanted to get really fancy with it. But I can copy that and then share it with my kids quite easily. So different Chrome extensions, we'll be exploring some of those as we go. A useful extension that's both adds some productivity and also allows some creativity in Chrome is called Webpage Screenshot. You see, it's this little camera that I've added already to Chrome. When I'm on a web page, if I click on it, it gives me some different options. I can take a screenshot of the visible area or the whole page, so if it's like a long scrolling page, that's pretty handy. The fun thing, kind of creative thing to do though, is under this edit content. When I click on this, it gives me a warning that says this page is now editable. Now when I click OK, I can actually start to change the text on the page. So I could call this Jay's School, and I can change, this isn't Darren Farney, this is Jay Atwood, and this isn't Tim Stewart, this is Bozo the Clown, and it looks as though it's a real web page. So that's called Webpage Screenshot. It's available in the Chrome Web Store. Evernote Clearly is an extension that integrates with Evernote and allows students to take notes directly on pages. It also, when you click on it, it simplifies down a busy website into just the core article that you're interested in. It's got a feature built into it with a highlighter, so if you're logged into Evernote, you can highlight bits. So kids are taking notes on a website, they can highlight, they can also delete those highlights, and it's synced with Evernote so they keep it in their notebooks. Another really fun feature of this is text-to-speech. So if you have students that need a little auditory help in reading, their reading comprehension, they can play, and this will actually read the contents of the website to them out loud.
J. Edward, both are the clown, and Dudley, it is an honor to welcome you to the high school website at Singapore American School.
So you can see how that would be very helpful for students who are struggling readers or emerging readers as they navigate the web, and that is called Evernote Clearly. The Save to Drive extension in Google Chrome allows you to take images that you're on a website. If I right-click on it, the Save to Drive extension adds a Save Image to Google Drive option when I right-click. So if I select that, gives me a little pop-up. It maybe ask you to authorize the very first time. So after it's done, you can close that. If I go back to Google Drive now I have this one called HS Principles. I open that up. It's an image format within Google Drive. Here's a cool new feature with images that's pretty new. It's the ability to insert a comment on different areas of an image. So when I click on it, I can select an area and I can type in little comments. Call me doctor. I can click on another one and call him Frenchie or whatever you want. So you can see this can be quite valuable if you have an image and you want kids to comment upon it, and they can even do that collaboratively with all the same features of Google Docs. So the extension that I started with was called Save to Drive. Once you get an image in Drive, we've got these new commenting features built right within it. It's pretty cool. Not long ago, Google added the ability to research directly into Google Docs. So if you go under your tools, you have this new area here called Research. When you open that up on the right hand side, there is a pop-up that allows you to search Google, Google Images, Google Scholar, quotes, and the dictionary, all right from within your Google Doc. So let's say I want to do a search on cupcakes. If I do a search for that, I can find images of cupcakes, I can find definitions from all different places. If I say I want this image, I can actually drag it directly into my document and it will load it up. And what's really cool, you see it puts a little footnote, so it's got the one there. If I scroll down to the bottom, it cites it directly for you. So you can do searches that way. You could also say, I'm really not sure what this thing is. So if I've selected that, I could right click on it as well, select research that word, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's what it is. Well, if I want to include a definition to Wikipedia, I could actually insert the link. I could actually cite it if I wanted to, and it'll add those things directly into your Google Doc. So it's bringing research right in. Those of you who were wondering, you can also change the options. If you like MLA style, you could have that citation format. You could change it to APA or Chicago style, all right within the footnotes feature of Google Docs. So that's the research tool. Very powerful, very quick and easy way to research right from within your Google Doc. So you or your students are doing a presentation, you want good, high quality, royalty-free images that are licensed under Creative Commons or that you can use freely within Google Docs. So Google actually has purchased rights to thousands of images, and you can access those right from within your presentation or within your Google Doc. If you go to Insert, Image, you could upload your own photos and all of this, but down here at the bottom there's a search. You have 3 different areas to search: all of Google, some life images, as well as stock photography. So I'm going to search for frogs because I'm doing a presentation on frogs. I like this little guy. I can insert him right in there. High quality images that are royalty free for you to use in any presentation or any Google Doc. So you just go to Insert, Images. If you want to compare, you could also check life images. There probably aren't any of frogs there. Or you could search all of Google. The ones under the stock photography tend to be the highest quality, and it is legal to use them in any Google Doc. Gmail is adding tighter integration with Google Drive. So here's an example of a couple features that are pretty interesting and pretty useful. So here's an email I've sent to Jenny Doe, and I want to see her essay on cupcakes that she's been working on for my class. When she starts to reply, here you go, she can attach the file. Now I've got this little paperclip icon. When I put my mouse over it, you see you have some various options. you can now insert images right from Drive. So when I select that, it's going to pull up an option here for me to upload files, but I can select My Drive, and here are all of the documents that I have in My Drive. So I'm going to attach my cupcakes essay, which I can show you is right here. That's the one we were working on before. I attach that and I just click Insert. Now here is a pretty cool feature. When I go to send this, actually Google is going to check and say, hey, wait a second, that document isn't shared properly. So it's double checking your sharing permissions so you can share it and send it right from this, so you never have to make the mistake of sending an email to someone and they don't have the permissions to view it within Drive. So again, when you're composing a new image over here, a new email message, there's an insert file using Google Drive option that is pretty powerful. So you don't have to worry about full-on attachments anymore. You can insert them directly from your My Drive. We all know that YouTube has lots of videos on it, but did you know you could actually use YouTube to create video slideshows quite easily and quite quickly? When you're logged into YouTube, if you click on the upload button, this is how you would normally create or upload a video that you might have created in iMovie. Well, you don't even need iMovie to create a photo slideshow. Over here on the right, there's an option, Photo Slideshow. If I click on Create, it checks my Picasso web albums, or I could actually upload photos. So in this case, I'm going to take a few of these images that I have gotten ready, and I'm going to just drag them up into my upload. It's going to upload those for me automatically. Once they're uploaded, you can rearrange them if you want. I can put this one first, and I just click on Next. Now I've got a whole bunch of options. You can see here's a really quick preview. If I don't have to do anything more than that, I can just click Upload if I want, and it's good to go. Or I could customize it a little bit with the slide duration, whether it has this pan and zoom effect, the type of transition that it has, and I could also add music to it. So let's say I want chicken music. Okay, when that's good to go, I've got my slideshow ready for Grandma to view. I upload it. I give it a title. And you can watch the process up here. There are other settings here, so you could make the video public if you want. You could probably make it unlisted, so if you just wanted Grandma to see it, you could email that to her, and then she could click on the link. But if you don't have the link, you're not able to find it. It's not searchable. If you have already developed different playlists, you could actually add this to your playlist while it's uploading. It does take a few minutes for this to upload and to render and to be ready to go on YouTube. Alright, once it's done uploading, you can actually go ahead and view it at the link here. So when I click on this, it'll probably open up a new window. And here I go, slideshow for Grandma. I can email her this link. I'm going to turn that down so you don't hear it. And then she can watch those slides of the kids growing up or of that little vacation that you took. And that is creating slideshows with you directly in YouTube using the YouTube video editor.